So we're here with Ron Jones today as our resident spotlight for our upcoming February newsletter. Let's go ahead and get started. Ron, where were you born and where did you grow up?
Well, I'm a Canadian. I was born in Sarnia, Ontario, which is right across the St. Clair River from Port Huron, Michigan. In our teenage years, all of us were back and forth between Port Huron and Sarnia for dances and social events, so that's where I grew up.
And where did you attend college?
I went to Teachers College in London, Ontario, and I got my Bachelor's of Arts at the University of Western Ontario, which is also in London, and a Master's of Education degree at Wayne State University, which is in Detroit, Michigan.
Very nice. So what is or was your career?
I was a teacher. I taught at both the elementary and high school levels. Eventually, I became an elementary school principal, served in that role for about 13 years. And then when I retired, I had the opportunity to become the staff officer for the Principals Association in the district where I retired, and I did that for 14 years.
Tell us about your family.
Well, my wife is Lorette. We've been married for 33 years. She finds that hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have any children. I have one sister, and she's from a large family. There were seven children in the family, and so there are lots of in-laws, nieces and nephews. There's always somebody's birthday or somebody's anniversary, or lately somebody's having a child. So when we're home, it all keeps us pretty busy.
What are your hobbies?
Lately, mostly pickleball, golf, and bike riding. Down here, of course, I'm really involved with the pickleball group here, great group of people. A bunch of us play golf on a regular basis, so we're out there hacking up the course. We hope people aren't watching us. And back home, I do a fair amount of bicycle riding. Also been involved with community theater and hoping to be doing some of that when I get home again.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Well, aside from tricking Lorette into marrying me, probably the opportunity to work with so many extraordinary young people. Working with kids both as a teacher and as an administrator was a real joy. There's nothing quite as special as seeing a student grasp a concept or master a skill on a team, or a student who might not be particularly good at academics mastering some sort of technical skill and really being able to shine in that area. Personally, I think being a teacher it was something I always wanted to do, and it turned out to be what I hoped it would be.
Good. When did you become a resident of Seven Lakes?
So this is our 8th season at Seven Lakes. We were down in Fort Myers for a couple of years before that, renting, but not in Seven Lakes. And Doug Benstead and Pat Durnford owned a property here in Seven Lakes and invited us over on a number of occasions. And that's when we found out that Seven Lakes existed and found out all the fantastic things about it. We'll always be in their debt for having shown us this tremendous place, and then we had the opportunity to come and be seasonal residents here.
Are you involved in any committees, groups, or clubs at Seven Lakes?
I am. I'm a member of the Pickleball Club. I was on the Long Range Planning Committee, and then 3 years ago, the board created the Planning and Allocation Committee, and I've been the chair of that committee for the last 3 years.
What is your favorite thing about Seven Lakes?
Well, there's no question the people are the main thing about Seven Lakes. From the time we arrived here, people went out of their way to make us feel welcome, to show us the ropes, if you will, and show us what opportunities there were to be involved in Seven Lakes. I think the second thing is the variety of amenities at Seven Lakes. I honestly believe if you come to Seven Lakes and you're bored, it's got to be your fault. There's something for everybody. If it isn't a sport activity that you want to be involved in, then there's the workshop, the lapidary, the pottery, the list goes on and on. So I think the number of amenities that we have here is really impressive. And I think the third thing is the fact that it's a bundled community. So people have the opportunity to try all kinds of various things. It isn't that they're going to have to pay to try different things. It's all part of the experiences at Seven Lakes, and I think that's kind of neat too.
And what advice do you have for a new Seven Lakes resident?
Well, always hard to give advice, but I think the first thing that people should do is understand what Seven Lakes is, that it is a bundled community, and understand that that means you're going to pay for all the amenities, whether you use them or not. And if you understand that, and if that's a concept that you like, then once you become a member of Seven Lakes, I would certainly encourage people to get involved in all of the activities that they think they might like to be involved in. Try out all the various sorts of things. And lastly, and most importantly, I think, is have fun. This is a seniors community. It's a retired community. And so number one on our list ought to be enjoy things, have fun, relax.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.